everyone who's watching this. So just for Frontier, for tomorrow's run, I'm going to use the videos from my healer guide to do a commentary on, like, to make a generalist guide, all right? And then I'm gonna post it in a few minutes so that you guys can just watch and see what it looks like and just hear like the basics of what everyone needs to know. Right, so I'm just gonna use this written guide just for the consumes and just to get the videos, and that's all. I'm not gonna go too much into what healers have to do or whatever. It's just supposed to be some sort of generalist thing that people have been asking about. So here it is. Hopefully it's short enough and clear enough. First of all, the thing that I want to say is for tomorrow, we're going to need the big poison alert weak aura, the raise dead weak aura, and that should be all. I will link them in a few minutes, but if I forget, just DM me on Discord. All right. We will start with Spider Wing. So as we did today, Spider Wing, we start with the two small spider packs, and you need GNPP for that. All right. So let's see a normal pool. What happens here is just as we did, we have everyone, either we do AoE Liptaunt or we have warriors each taking one of those. Healers need to make sure that everyone is protected, like buffed or shielded if they somehow get threat. And the melees, you just do damage without ripping, but if you see that one of the mobs is loose, then you simply get it yourself, like grab it. All right, now we're going to grab the second pack. Let's see. Basically the same. And here we are. All right, so now let's get to the second one, which is the Stalker Pack, is the one we did on the right today. Normal pool as we saw. What we want on the big ones, as was explained, is either you get extremely inside the hitbox or you get very far so that if you get charged, you do not poison everyone else, all right? So usually we have hunters do that. We can have paladins as well. And that's all. Also, yeah, you see most likely, wait, you see most likely here. In my base, I have this little macro. This is my macro for my normal heal with EPR. You all need to have EPRs in your normal macros for this part when we have like big spiders like this, or you need to be really confident in your ability to click the EPR when it's needed. All right, but the weak aura should tell you when to do it if you have it. And yeah, basically that's all for that. However, this is a video of what happens if we double pull.
Wow, actually, pretty low just Petri, honestly.
The sound is extremely high.
Yeah, Petri.
So this is trying to do the first pull of the little spiders, and we get the one on the right at the same time. So if that happens, very important, you need to dummy outside the raid, because I guess the medium spiders, they do an AoE cone, and you want people to dummy outside of the raid so that you do not force the spiders to attack the raid by dummying with us, right? You need to face them away. So that's extremely scary, and that's with only one big spider. The damage, the AoE damage that comes out is double if there are two big spiders, and after this pack and the next pack, the spiders will come in pairs. So need to be careful about that. Other than that, so also, yeah, to give you an idea of how dangerous the big spiders are, this is what the poison can do on your raid Like this is all the damage it can deal. This is a little catastrophe clip that we had from a while ago. Just watch at the health bars of everyone.
EPR. Everyone EPR.
Deathknight Captains.
Everyone EPR. Right now.
So like from this clip, you see the poison does 3k damage every 2 seconds, and if there are 2 spiders charges on you, it's 3k damage every 2 seconds, and it's 3 times, so it can deal 9k or 18k, depending on whether you have like 1 stack of poison or 2. Alright. Also, if I'm going too fast, you can always have this guide, and you can rewatch. Also, there's sometimes an invisible charge bug. I'm just gonna show it. Sometimes the spider tries to charge as it dies, and you don't see the animation, but you get poisoned. And see here, we're going to get poisoned for some reason. And if we're not fast enough, we take heavy damage, right? And people die to this, so be careful. Now, a little follow-up. Let's see real quick. After the pack that we saw on the right, how we do the next ones. So this time I'm baiting charges. I'm not gonna go in with everyone. So I'm just healing from afar. I'm max ranging as much as I can. So yeah, the DPS are inside the big spider, and the off tanks are trying to get the medium spiders right at cleave range, I guess, and they phase them away. Maybe it's not necessary to cleave. I'm not even too certain of that, but it's so that they are close enough to not get charged by the big spiders, but still you don't want the cones to hit inside the stacks, so the off tanks have to like place them in this way, right?
From the raid, they cleave.
Then we do the next pack. It's more of the same. We run in unless you're baiting a charge. Also, if you're too slow, you have to consider yourself as being one of the people who bait charges, right? If you're too slow, don't run in, just stay back and chill, just be ready to EPR and pray for people to cleanse you, but be responsible, have EPRs and use them, alright? Then we are going to go into Anub'Rekhan. What we need to prepare for Anub'Rekhan is GNPP. That's the only potion protection potion that you need. On the video, we are not going to see phase 2 because initially we kill
Frontal cone.
initially we kill a noob too fast. But the rest of the mechanics are the same, so let's see. So a noob has an impale, which is some sort of traveling extremely fast projectile who will knock everyone up in its path, and they take heavy physical damage, and then they fall back to the floor and they take fall damage again. So people could survive the first hit but die from fall damage. You need to be careful of this. If you're squishy or if you're a healer, you make sure people are healed if they are going to die from the fall damage before they hit the ground, right? Or you bop them, you can also do that. One thing that everyone needs to be careful of is you really do not want to be aligned with the boss and one of the tanks. So this is the frontier configuration that we are going to do tomorrow. But in HC Elite, we have the boss here and the healers in a semi-circle here. And it's not, the video is not going to look like what we're going to do, but the rules are the same. You do not want to be aligned with a tank and the boss, because otherwise the tank will take the heavy damage and the fall damage from the impale. And also, they could be netted in the air. And if the tanks are netted in the air, they cannot hit the mobs, but the mobs can hit them. So this is very dangerous, which is why we also have paladins freedoming the tanks if that happens, right? So let's see.
Will be off to
One thing with the Anub Impale is that you can outrange it. It only has a 30 yards range. So what you should do is go kind of like what I'm doing. If you're a ranged or a healer, you don't want to stay in the same line, right? No one should be here after the initial pull. Of course, this is normal that all the melees are going this way right now. And you try to be at 40 yards away from the boss. I can see it with my add-on right here. So I'm basically going to try to be max range to healing the tank, and if I'm a DPS, I'm going to be max range to DPSing the boss. All right. Also, people spread out so that if you are impaled, you're not impaled with 20 other people, and there's only a few people to heal, and also it's so that all healers do not get impaled at the same time as well, so that heals keep going out. For the melees, what we will do first is you are going to be DPSing the ads first. I think approximately in this position, while the boss will be against the opposite side of the room from the entrance. And once the ads will be down, we will go to the boss. So what you can see here is some people are like aligned with the tank, which is not good. And I think they will be told to move, not too certain. But well, anyway, that's other than this, it's a pretty simple tank and spank for phase 1, and I don't have footage for phase 2, but what will happen is Anub'Rekhan will be like surrounded by a huge nature damage aura that silences you if you're damaged by it, and MP is going to kite the boss by following the circle, and we need to be on the opposite side of the room and outrange the aura, which is huge, and like turn in the opposite, in some sort of an opposite way, right towards the center. I mean to the center. So yeah, and when this is done, there will be a new ad coming, which we will need to off tank and kill and resume killing the boss, right? So that is all, I think. Yep. All right, now let's go to the what follows in the spider wing. So it's the Reaver Packs. What those packs do, there's 2 of them after Anub, and they have 2 types of mobs. The little spiders we saw already earlier, they can pull you to them, and the Reavers are basically big spiders who do frontal AoE cones, so same, they should be tanked away from the raid, facing away, and the melees have to be extremely careful not to be too close to the corner. We will basically pull them and make them come to us through this corner. The tanks will be waiting here, the ranged DPS and healers will be waiting here, and the melee can be waiting kind of in the middle ground, but you do not go immediately because you risk taking multiple AoE cones at the same time and die from this, alright? So if everything happens as planned, then everyone runs in after a few seconds and start DPSing in melee. The ranged do their thing, and that's the only thing that happens, right? It's pretty simple. And the second pack, we usually run in on it, but let's see if we...
All spiders coming.
Or you know what, I can do.
Let's see if we do this. I don't know why my video just restarted. So...
No, X is gonna be free, I got pulled.
So yeah, we just run in. Little lay on hands on someone who was pulled, and yeah.
These guys are no joke.
Alright, jumping up for one quick sec, I'll be right back.
So that's all. So GNPP for this. I don't know if I said it. Yep. And also, so the left pack has a very common bug. This bug is that sometimes one of the mobs will get stuck inside the texture and evade. If that happens, they can respawn. So what we do if it happens, let's see. So we just like always keep an eye, and you see this right here, triangle is stuck inside the floor. All right. So we want to send someone to try to tank it to stop the evade. And when the whole stack, the whole pack is dead, we should all run in and get inside the hitbox to stop the evade. This is going to work because the one who had threat is inside the hitbox, and so everything's good. But if it's not really working well, we really need everyone to run in pretty quickly, as fast as you can, so that we avoid the whole pack respawning. Let's see here. We had the bug and the whole pack respawned, but we still managed to come out on top. So let's see how. So we see this spider is currently bugged and kind of falling through the floor and coming back. This is one of the variation of the bug, which is we've seen it a lot now. And sadly, it's going to reset, and the whole pack respawns. All right. So we go back into position because you do not want to get pulled. All right. And you do as expected. So yeah, that's how you do. Also for healers, just make sure once we send a tank to tank the bugged mob, you peek so that you can keep healing. All right, do not let the tank die. Now, for one last thing about this bug. So this is a catastrophe that happened in HC Elite a while ago. Sometimes the bugged mob can fall through the floor completely and becomes invisible, and we did not notice that we did not kill one. I mean, there was one spider that we did not kill, like because we were not counting them at the time. Now we count them. So the whole pack respawned as we were engaging the second one, and we had to petri out, and we had deaths. So just for fun, including this clip.
Petri out. No, Petri out. Everyone Petri out. We have to Petri out. Immediately. Immediately. Petri out.
Okay. Yeah. So that's what can happen. So everyone needs to keep an eye. Now follow up. This is more of the same. This is what we, all of those mobs we already saw, except the Tomb Horrors. The Tomb Horrors are basically Reavers, but they don't do the AoE cone, so they're easier. All right. So let's keep going. Here we are engaging the little spiders. So more of the same. All right. Then we wait until the big spiders, the patrol comes, and we run in as usual. So in or out. Do not be in the middle. In or out. So now again, little spiders. Okay.
Welcome back.
And now, wait. So now we double pull the little pack. So if there's a double pull, we absolutely need warriors to AoE lip taunt and paladins to pre-buff the casters. Everyone should lip if you're scared.
We didn't have to, but it's fine. We're gonna pull these back.
And another pack. So that's how it looks like. Then we wait for the big spiders to come again towards us, and then we will run in. So run in or stay out. Make a choice.
Give it a sec for Mark. We have.
And then the last little spider pack. And finally the Tomb Horrors. So yeah, it's what we already saw, but easier.
I don't have taunt and it's loose. I'm sorry. There we
And there's another one at the end of the corridor, and that is all for this follow-up. Now the cultist. So I would say range prepop GAPP and GSPP. If you are melee, you could, but just know that it will be very heavy on your consumes, because most likely they will be broken every pool, and there's like 7, I think, maybe 6 pools of them. So I mean, your call, right? Let's see. So the melees will be waiting in this little corner, while a hunter will pull them and hide with us behind this corner. And we want them to come to the corner without getting aggro on the healers who are on the left, and you can see them from this angle. You can see the healers right here. So healers, you want to only start buffing and healing once the mobs are already pretty much where we want them to be. The very, very, very important thing to do here for mages, your priority, is the counter spells. Without this, we will take extremely heavy rate damage, and like it's really serious, extremely heavy. So the marks that you see on the mobs when they come are the counterspell assigns. So each mage has one mob that they need to counterspell. Why we do not put the healers in this corner, like what I'm doing because I was having fun, is because the mobs have a knockback and it will cancel your casts. So only the melees are here, and like a few healers, maybe druids, because they get aggro very easily with their hearts. So yeah. So it's those same pools every time. We really want to interrupt the casts, and yeah. Unless I'm mistaken, we want to focus DPS on the unmarked, because the marked are going to be silenced, and so we kill the ones who can cast their spells before, and then we kill the ones who are counterspelled. So that's how it looks like. It's a pretty chill and easy, I would even say boring and like it's repetitive moment. Now we go on to Faerlina, for which you want to have GNPP and GFPP pre-popped. So for Faerlina, we will have a priest mind controlling the worshipper ads. We will have 2 off tanks off tanking the other type of ads, which I don't remember the name right now. And the boss herself is going to be tanked by the main tank. So the main thing to note about this fight is that the boss enrages and will kill the tank if she is not silenced. The only way to silence her is by sacrificing one of the worshippers, by mind controlling them and using their sacrifice spell near her. You have to note that everyone that's near Faerlina when one of the priests is sacrificing an ad gets silence. So if you are a spell caster, then you need to be away from Faerlina at all times during the fight. We will have some sort of a rotation of silence, and we will have to sacrifice 4 of the ads one by one. On the beginning of the fight, we want the melees and the ranged DPS to focus on Skull and X, who will be hodged, hopefully on top of each other so that they can be cleaved. And then people will switch to DPSing the boss. Melees have to be extremely careful on this fight, because Faerlina is going to be moving around the room kind of all the time, because there's going to be rain of fires scattered around the room. So the main tank will have to make her move, and it's extremely easy to parry haste Faerlina and to kill your tank like this. So be very careful. Also, if she's silenced, she cannot do her AoE Poison Bolt, which is why you use GNPP and it should be eaten by the first one before she's silenced, and then you shouldn't see this ability again. One last thing for healers is that sometimes the priest will be caught in a rain of fire while mind controlling, and they cannot move and they should not drop the mind control, otherwise they get fixated by the ad. So they need to be bombed with heals if that happens. So let's see what it looks like. We run in. You see the main tank is getting Faerlina. We bring Skull and X to Faerlina so that the melees cleave them. And also you want the healers and ranged DPS to be scattered around the room so that not everyone is caught in a rain of fire at the same time. So yeah, you're just kind of dancing like this. I don't know if this footage has a lot of rain of fires, but sometimes it's annoying, extremely annoying. You might have to repop GFPP during this fight, by the way. Do not slack on this because Rain of Fire does a lot of damage. Alright, that's all for the Faerlina. And now, on the way to Maexxna, the last boss, there's lots of packs, which we have all seen already. I mean, we had all seen already. Okay, so those ones we haven't seen yet for this video that I'm recording right now. But we've seen it yesterday. It's the Plagued Ghouls. They come by 4. We want to stun them when they enrage. You can see that they enrage when they are at some point after they reach under 50% HP. They will become red and bigger. This is when they enrage. They do a lot of damage, so they really need to be stunned. Also, we do not AoE them because we do not want all 5 of them to enrage at the same time. We want to focus them one by one. Think like the AQ40 Guardians that you want to kill one by one. You have to have the same discipline here. All right. Ignore the fact that we AoE them down in this video because that's just HC Elite being too geared and having world buffs so they can afford. Then there's going to be the Spirit of Naxxramas. Does a lot of AoE shadow damage, but it's stunnable. My Hodge resisted here, but that's because there was too many stuns already on the Spirit. Then another pack of ghouls and the Acolytes. Acolytes are very squishy mobs that do AoE shadow bolt verlies.
What is this charge padding?
The range can outrange this. It's only 20 yards, and yeah, you just want to kill them as fast as possible. For the gargoyles, we've seen it today already. So just the same, one by one. You kill them before they finish their stone skin cast. And by the way, if they finish their cast, then they become full HP again. Other than this, it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Also, remember that if you have too many stacks, you can petri off the poison, the acid, and then you can click petri off to keep fighting, and you will have cleansed yourself from all the acid stacks. So, like, usually if there's a petri call, it's not a petri out, it's just petri and click off petri and keep fighting. Then some other ghoul pack, Spirit of Naxxramas again, you stun, ghouls again, same stuff, and then Acolytes. There are also big spiders that we saw path away just a bit earlier in this video, but we
best, so please
We
watch out
just
here.
they didn't see them, so I guess they just betted away completely, or maybe I just played the video too fast, but you know them, so it's good. And now for Maexxna. Last boss of the Spider Wing, she will be tanked around the middle of the room by the main tank, facing away from the raid. The melees will be hitting her from behind just here, and the healers will be kind of placed here, but actually not really. So the tank healers should be close to Maexxna to be able to heal the tank and dispel the tank, whereas the web wrap healers should be close enough to the wall that they will be able to heal whoever gets put on the wall to the web wraps. So as a reminder, what Maexxna does is that every so often she will randomly choose people who are not first in raw threat and put them on the wall. You cannot escape this in any way. It goes through immunity. The only thing that can save you is your friends killing the web wraps, so the cocoons, before you die, but you can be healed. Also, it does nature damage, which is why you should prep GNPP for this. So the hunters and the warlocks, at least that's what we do in HC Elite, they are standing here and they DPS the web wraps. Although I think they also want to DPS Maexxna when there are no one on the wall. Everyone else tries to kill Maexxna, and yeah. So Maexxna does, if I recall correctly, every so often she will poison the tank with a 90, I think, percent healing penalty, which needs to be cleansed immediately. So we will have people whose main role is to cleanse the tank. But that means that if you have a key role like this and you get web wrapped, you need to be extremely vocal about it so that someone else can fill for you. Also, at some point, Maexxna will use another ability named Web Spray, which will stun the whole raid and goes through immunity again. So it cannot be Divine Shielded or whatever. However, if you leave group, if you leave combat, I mean, very briefly at the kind of around the exact time that she's casting the spell, then you will be removed from the attack table, I mean the threat table, and so the spell will not hit you, and you will not be stunned, and you will be able to keep doing whatever you want, which is why we ask healers. We will have 4 to 5 healers assigned to try to make the Petri timing and instantly click off Petri and keep healing the tank so that when everyone is stunned, the tank stays alive. The last thing that we need to know is that Maexxna will enrage at 30%, which is why we want to not get her under 30% if Web Spray is about to come out. We always want to get her to enrage just after we come out of the stun. Otherwise, if she's enraged and we are stunned, it's GG. So let's see what it looks like. I'm a healing main tank, so I'm going to my position, right? Melees are meleeing, and also at some point Maexxna is going to summon some little spiders from under herself, which is the moment when you want melees to all use sappers at the same time and completely destroy those ads. I think in the video we don't even really see them because they get literally like owned. Look at this. Yeah. So now web spray, you see I'm gonna click Petri at the right time and I cancel my Petri and I keep healing. So that's the timing that you want to aim for. And then another funny thing in this clip, this is the enrage. You pop your trinkets, everyone does everything except I get web wrapped, so no fun for me. Hunters and rogues should be able to vanish and feign the web spray, so you should be able to keep DPSing without having to burn a Petri. So yeah, just just try to do it. Now we also are going to be doing the Plague Wing up to Noth. So we did this already today. It's the Cultist Packs. It's the ghouls, all right, that we just saw already with big slimes right here that will be cated by hunters and warlocks. Please, if you are a hunter or a warlock and you are cating one of those, make sure that you are not salved, okay? Otherwise, it could be very dangerous, and everyone should focus the ghouls first before going to DPS the slimes, so that, you know, the caters have a head start on DPSing, on the slime threat. Also, healers should help DPSing the slimes. I'm just trolling in this video. Now the AoE Gargoyles, so we saw that already, I just explained, but one thing that you need to note about this place in Naxx is that if you get too close, you will awaken the statues that turn into gargoyles, and the activation range is deceptively huge. So the golden rule is never go past the tank. So you see YMV has a star right now, and the golden rule is you never go past star. He will go downstairs to grab more of those gargoyles and then come back up, and you don't want to go past, all right, because we don't want to overpull. Yeah, that's all. Now Noth. So Noth, let's see. So what I can do, where is this link? Where is this link?
Scary.
All right.
First, don't parry.
I don't think that was the right thumbnail. Anyway. So Noth will curse the whole raid regularly. I mean, not the whole raid, like 15 people. They need to be decursed extremely fast. So this is the priority for mages and druids. Otherwise, it's a wipe. Which is why, by the way, the thing that you need to prep up here are GNPP and GSPP, because the curse does shadow damage and then nature damage, AoE. So if everybody is decursed, then everything goes pretty smoothly. There are going to be adds spawning from the bone piles, and they will come to the stack due to healer threat, and the off tanks will grab them, and they should be cleaved down with the melees. I think that what we want is to have everyone as close to the boss as possible, because the last ability that the boss has is Blink, which will make him blink in a fixed 20 yards around him. So even if in this picture we have everyone kind of far away from him, I think we actually want them to be, everyone to be like melee range to the boss, so that he will always blink somewhere in a random direction, but always the farthest away he can be from you if you are in the center of the radius, right? When he blinks, it will be a complete threat reset, and he will first start going towards casters, because he will be receiving the projectiles that were in the air while he blinked. So after the threat is wiped, he will go run towards a mage, a warlock, a hunter, and he will most likely change targets up to 10 times in 3 seconds. I have a video in which he switches 6 times in less than 1 second, which means that if you are a caster or a hunter, you need to be extremely fast on your lip or your feign death. The boss can one-shot you. If he reaches you, he can one-shot you. What we'll be doing is, let's see. So we run in. Everyone on him. And the paladin tank, which I am, is going to wait outside. We decurse. The ads are going to spawn. and then I will be G-blocking to get threat when Noth wipes threat by blinking, right? When he blinks, he will cripple the 20 nearest players, so everyone who can dispel needs to dispel the tank so that the tank can run to Noth as fast as he can. As you can see, what he did at first was to target his UV because of some sort of dot or projectile damage. So we want all paladins to try to bop the casters and healers that are targeting in this split second, and everyone needs to be ready to lip. And all the melees need to hold damage for just a few seconds until yeah, we establish some good threat.
Deathknight Captain.
Captain, you gotta stop getting the ignite, stop casting.
Petri, that's still on you, man. Probably.
Standing around. Alright, Dal has it.
So everyone needs to be responsible for not dying. Alright, just let the paladin and the main warrior tank compete for threat on Noth before starting to do something offensive again.
Hey, Libra.
Right. I think that was clear enough. I just wanted to also show you this. In this clip, what's interesting is like watch how fast Noth is going to switch targets. He's going to switch targets 6 times in 1 second and 10 in 3.
Danger, danger.
I do not have it. Alright. I still do not have it. Okay.
It's like it's really hard to see, but he looked at Pools, Koya, me, Koya, Falcon, Tyler, Koyu, Falcon, me, something like that. Some of them are like 1 frame. It's really hard to see, but basically you're in danger if he looks at you. So you need to be very ready to protect yourself, and paladins to bop, and healers to shield or whatever. Also, it's a boss that again is very easy to parry haste into killing your tank, so be very careful about that. And that's all for Plague for tomorrow. Now we are going to do real quick ABOM. So ABOM, we will have tanks using Fabs to get the first. The first mobs are the Patchwork Golems.
But there's no rush. Fap now. Fap.
They need to be tanked away from each other by a tank which is rolling Fap, because they stun they stun around them basically, and we don't want the tanks to be stunned for this. One of their most important abilities is that they have a frontal chain cleave, which is why they need to be first facing away from the raid, tanks facing away, but you also need to make sure that the range stack is completely disconnected from all the melees. You cannot afford to have a chain, because the chain cleave can reach up to here and kill us. It has happened. A double chain cleave can absolutely kill a good amount of people. It's very scary. So please respect the safe distance. That's the most important thing here.
And then we'll do the
As you can see, there were already corpses here. We will do this exact pool like 2 or 3 times. And yeah, you always need to make sure that you are keeping a safe distance from ranged and melee. Also, this will happen from time to time. One of them will not be grabbed by the tank due to be knocking up or something like that. If that happens, you dummy outside again the raid, right? Because you do not want the golem to be like frontally doing a chain cleave. So if you dummy outside. And if you're the person that the golem is targeting, you lip, save yourself. Then Grobbulus is one of the next bosses later. Sometimes he paths.
Don't go over the lip, so we can wait for this,
I mean,
retro
we can't see from the other room. He will send some slime here. You need to wait until the slimes are over the ledge, and once they are past the ledge, so inside the room, you stun them as such, and you DPS them down. They do AoE damage around them, so they need to be killed ASAP.
But there is no moon. It's only the first second that has 4, and then there's
also, so every so often, Grobbulus from the balcony will send them. You can see here, just up. And so while we are doing other mobs, they can respawn. So again, first thing is stunning them and
go kill slimes into the belcher.
So slimes and then whatever we're doing. So follow-up and patrols, so it's more of the same. Just know that the green A-bombs can be hotched, the belchers, can be stunned. But it's more of the same. So after this pool, we get in. Oh, there was slimes again here. Okay, and then there's this patrol skull that we are gonna get. So it's here, easy. And then we pull more of the same. It's the 4 Patchwork Golems, so you want to have them facing away from the raid, disconnecting the melee and the ranged, and also you want to have them away from each other, of course, because you do not want to have multiple chain cleaves happening on the melees. Now the Embalming Slimes. So on the next room, there's the deadliest type of NPC slimes in Nextramas. If you get close to those, you get one shot. They will randomly and for a few seconds, every few seconds, fixate someone, which is why we need to all be stacked like in the same direction, because we do not want them to start spreading out. Otherwise, we cannot AoE them down and it becomes extremely dangerous. So don't play with fire. You let the mages do their job. You let the warlocks do their job. You do not get close to them. And you do not be like those guys on the right of the screen, like not with the stack, because you make just the job harder for everyone else. Then follow up. Sometimes there's still a few patrols inside the room from the slimes were coming. But on this run, this video has them also. It's okay. And then you make the jump from the river, the slime river. So this was the room from where the slimes came from. And then here, this is a jump that you can make and that you need to make. If you fall into the slime, you lose 90% of your stats, so once you get out, you don't have a lot of HP. This is extremely dangerous. If we pull something and you get AoE'd, you can die. So it's now the last Patchwork Golem will be fought here. It's the same, the last pack, it's the same stuff, except you have even less space to play with. So be very strict on not chaining the ranged and melee stacks. And also it's pretty hard for melee, so I'm just going to show you here. There was a double cleave. You can see some people getting extremely low due to being chain cleaved by this one on the right, this one on the left, and the chain cleave connected somewhere around here. So 2 people got extremely low from this. As you can see, they took 8k damage. This is something in Frontier we will die from this, so be very careful. I know I'm really glossing over the stuff, but you need to be very, very mindful of this. Here, for example, like the ranged positioning is extremely bad. It's we need to be a lot stricter. If the chain cleaved had unluckily chained this way, we could have had deaths among the priests, right? And we do not want that. Now the Scientist Packs. So this is the last packs that we are going to be doing for tomorrow. What we will do is we will send warriors do AoE lip taunts, and we want to kill the monstrosity as fast as possible, so we will have DBM timers to do this with mages doing pyroblast and such. We want to kill them as fast as possible because they have a fear. If the fear goes out, your priority as cleansers is to cleanse the fears before people run to other packs and pull them. Right? You can also petri the fear, so have your petri ready. The DPS need to AoE everything down, but be extremely careful. This is a very scary part of Naxxramas for mages. Mages get DPS'd extremely quickly. We have seen people get one shot, so be ready to lip. If you're a warlock, if you're a mage, be ready to be attacked. Also, there's a lot of hectic. I mean, let's keep the video going. It's more of the same, with some abomination patrols from time to time. So as you can see, they also mind flay people randomly, and that means there's a lot of raid damage that goes in a very chaotic way. And what you have to do is just, keep healing, go through this, use greater protection potions. So the ones that you need to be pre-popping here is GSPP, because it does a shadow damage. This clip is the following packs, and you'll see a lot of very chaotic and hectic damage on the raid. This is something that can happen, so everyone just be responsible with your shadow protection potions. Just look at how the raid is going to be hurt. It's scary. It can be very scary. It's pretty random who gets hit. So yeah. And now for the last packs that we will be fading, it's the same. I just have this video so that we can show you like everything that we're going to do. For the last pack, it's very close to Patchwork. So if you get feared this way, petri, alright, before you pull Patchwork. Everyone should be extremely mindful not to get too close. Oh, I also forgot, for melees, the priority here is to kill the lightning totems that are sometimes dropped. If a totem is on the ground, you stop what you're doing and you're killing the totem. This is the absolute priority for DPS. Yep, that's all.
I was pressing my macro.
Yeah, also for warriors, just really make sure that you have your pad CD before going in and AoE taunting. So that's all for tomorrow's ABOM Wing. Now let's see Deathwing, the trash farm from tomorrow. This is the last part that we are going to do in this video. So Deathwing, we start with this pack. So the Necro-Knights and the Shade, they do a lot of AoE spell damage. So you can prep any of those: GSPP, GAPP, GF Frost PP, G Fire PP. We tend to say that Frost is not really necessary, but for Frontier, because we don't have all buffs, I would really recommend you get like all those three at least rolling. Also, we will have some other packs like this just after, so you will use those protection potions. So same, we do DBM timer, and we want to focus the Necro-Knights first, and the other Necro-Knight. The cleansers need to cleanse melees, prioritizing the tanks, and the Necro-Knights can blink, and if they blink into the ranged stack, they can do a lot of damage to them. So the ranged need to get away if that happens. Also, those shades cannot be stunned, alright, unlike the spirits. So just keep that in mind. Oh, this is the same pool, but a little bit more scuffed, I guess, because people are taking more damage in my memory.
Okay, now X.
Oh yeah, maybe not actually. Well, it's just less clean, but it's the same. Then we do the the two packs on the left and on the right, which are hidden in the previous video. It's Deathknights and Risen Knights. So like from here onwards, every time we see Deathknights, there's going to be something everyone needs to be really careful of. Deathknights have a very dangerous ability that is called Raise the Dead. They will randomly choose a corpse from one of the hostile mobs that we killed, and they will summon 2 adds from the corpse. It's in a 20 yards range. It has a 2-second cast time, and if that happens, the summoned adds can literally one-shot a Clothy. So what we do is we have Paladins use Raiders Fury and max rank Consecrate on all the bodies that are in range of the Deathknights, and please, every mage, every priest, warlock, hunter, even rogues, you want to be, and druids, you want to be away from the corpses. Alright? This can one-shot you. So these packs don't have a lot of like tanky mobs, so we kill them super easily. But so this is a one-shot that happened maybe like a year ago. Alright, so watch here, Moof is going to be standing near a corpse and is going to be one-shot by mobs. He's going to be one-shot so fast that the mobs are still invisible. They haven't even rendered yet before they kill him. So see, move right here. He will come here and kill by those mobs that are invisible right here on the corpse.
Let's wait for the what the fuck?
So yeah, you just saw that. Look, the HP.
Deathknights first, because they have the AoE fear.
That's what happened. This can happen to you. So we want warriors to be able to pick them up when they spawn, those summons, and we want the squishies to be away from them. Other than that, all the DPS have to focus the Deathknights so that we can kill them before Raise Dead happens, if we can. Also, I made a weak aura to warn you if Raise Dead is being cast and you are in range of the Deathknight. So you need to get this weak aura. It's in before zoning. So now Deathknight Captains, following pack. I mean, we come back to where we were. We killed the pack on the left and the right. The captains, what they do is that they spin. If they spin, they stun you inside the whirlwind, and it does extremely heavy damages. It can absolutely kill melees. You can lip the damage, you can lip the stun, but once you're stunned, the only way to free you from death, I would say, or like the damage or like the stun, is to petri. You can petri from the stun, I think, but lip can only be used proactively. So when whirlwind happens, healers need to pump big heals. I'm sorry because yeah, they melt too fast in HC Elite, so I don't have whirlwind footage of this pack. So yeah, but basically they need to be tanked far enough from each other so that the whirlwinds do not overlap. And yeah. Now follow-up, it's some mixed stuff that we've already seen except for smiths. Smiths are really small mobs that only do Thunderclap. Thunderclap just needs to be cleansed and that's all. So this is a mixed pack.
If a rogue can distract those guys, we can pick them up.
So we kill the Deathknight first, remember, we focus. The squishes should have been away from the corpses. This is really important. I'm not doing it here, but that's bad. Then There's another shade, so we need to. Yeah. Oh,
Do we do this
also, yeah. The shade.
yeah, we'll do this the right
The
side
Shadow
then.
Bolt volley is
Alright, too good.
frontal,
You just
if I
wanna
recall
keep all
correctly, so that's
equivalent.
why it needs to be turned away from the
Actually,
raid.
3.
We kill the Smith, you cleanse the Thunderclap. They don't really do
Okay,
much.
for this we're gonna go to the left side.
Alright, and now we go on to the Bony Constructs. So they are the mobs that are on the left of this room. So what they do is they will knock you back,
Yeah, gotcha.
and that can make
Oh,
you
this one.
absolutely pull another pack, so you need to always make sure
That's mine.
you will be knocked into the wall. Do not let
Share
them
your map.
somehow
Yep.
make you be between them and another pack, because you really want to avoid this. Alright, also they can be stunned. So that's good to know.
Make sure you're back. Perfect. Yep.
Yep. And now that we've seen this follow-up, more of the same. One Bony Construct back, and one Shade and Necro-Knights, just like we saw. So there's going to, yeah. We kill the Bony Constructs, so yeah, you see. So you make sure you're not gonna get knocked right into the wrong pack. And then we will do a pull timer again, because we want to kill the shade as fast as we can. You need GSPP again for this. And there's a Necro-Knight, so you could use GFPP and GAPP for this, and Frost as well if you're rich.
We can run in.
So do that. Even the healers precast damage by the way.
Nice. Freedom. Or dispel. Okay, hang on a sec. Let him mark.
Yeah.
Let him mark.
That's it. This was another moment where melee take a blast wave damage, so let's just see. Yeah. It's not much, but if this is in the same like GCD as taking Shadow Bolt volley, this can be extremely dangerous, so be careful. Now this is the last thing that we do for tomorrow. We want to kill the Deathknight Captains and Deathknight Packs. So same, you need to do the Deathknight Raise Dead strat, so was done already. We're gonna kill this first pack. Actually, well.
Was it the correct mark though, or?
Yeah, okay, well, this is the second pack.
I should have put it next
Maybe it's the wrong video.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you see, be away from the corpses. There's going to be more and more corpses.
Left back.
Yeah.
It's just like what we saw previously already. Alright, I just have the. Okay, so this is a direct following video. So again, be careful of the whirlwind. So really, it doesn't show in the video, but whirlwind does a lot of damage. Like, do not underestimate this. It's extremely important. We have people die to this, alright? Also, you see my Raise Dead weak aura going off here. The Deathknight was about to raise some corpses, and so I have this red bar with a sound alert on top of my screen. Okay. And now, kind of more of the same. There is no eligible corpse here, so everyone's safe. And there's going to be 2 more packs. So yeah, more of the same. So again, DPS, you focus Deathknights first, then the Death Touched Warriors, and then the Captains, and be careful. That's all, guys. If you have any question before tomorrow, please DM me on Discord. I will answer everything that you need to know. Also, if you want more in-depth things, or if you want to go back on something that I just said in this video, you can come to this guide and like watch individually the videos. This guide is marketed as a healer focused thing, but there's a lot of information that is good for everyone, right? So, I mean, if you have questions, maybe the answers are in there. Also, I will just put some other resources in the new Naxx channel. Okay, good. So if you have any questions, please let me know.